Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. First things first, I apologize for the Adidas box right here, but we got the boss sleeping in it. Otherwise, the boss would have been roaming around and step on all kind of things. You know how cats are. He's a fantastic cat, but let it sleep over there. Shh. So what do we have here? We have in the free world, which are the Western Europe, some countries and other parts of the world, and the United States of America and Canada. Supposedly these are the free world, is the free world. And these guys in the free world, we can learn how you can eliminate competition in democracies. So there is eliminating possible candidates or parties that could create problems for the status quo or for the big bosses around us who dictate who we should vote for. How they dictate? Mass media and the people that are promoted for us to vote. In this case, we have the latest news we have from the Telegraph, and I also have it from Reuters, and here it is. I'm going to discuss about this issue. The Telegraph. Le Pen could be barred from running for president over, quote-unquote, fake jobs scandal. So here she is in a very unflattering picture. She's old, what can I say? But I will show you in a minute what picture I prefer, because if we are in a business of, spinning things, then why not counter that with our spin? This is the first article. The second article is right here. Reuters, French far-right leader Marine Le Pen to stand trial over alleged misuse of EU funds. So now we know why this is the goal, to be barred. Well, I'm going to give you some more examples than this. So this is Marine Le Pen again in a not very flattering picture. You would say, well, that's the way she looks. Well, if you take a picture of anyone and from a certain angle and with a certain light, I guarantee you we don't look too good. I prefer, for instance, this one. What do you think? Let's think positively. No, not in this case, because we're supposed to hate her, right? Well, so this is Marine Le Pen, and she's going to get the treatment of Trump. Trump might be barred from running because he committed something that allegedly, right, is going to bar him from doing that. And hey, I got some more. Let me show you another one. From Russia Today, read the title. Alternative for Deutschland, designated, quote-unquote, extremist in third German region. It's not banned yet. It's one more step. From extremist, one member of this party does something stupid, they will ban it. Not because the party, they will use one example to destroy the general rule. That's what they do in school here in the United States of America. When I came here and I went to college, there's the general rule. They will give you a particular example and say, you see that? That means the rule doesn't apply. Instead of that, on the contrary, that supports, that overemphasizes the rule, because that's the particular example. And I can give you some examples with heterosexual, sexual, and with homosexual. Which one is the norm? Which one is the particular case? And they were saying, see, we're not. How about we look at the proportion? Which is the norm and which is outside of the norm? Anyway, so I'm waiting for these guys of Alternative from Deutschland to make one mistake, one, and they will be banned. I guarantee you, because right now they're deemed extremist. That's one. The other one is Marine Le Pen. The other one is Trump. And Wilders in the Netherlands somehow trickled through the hands of this garbage of whomever are in control. And we know who they are. Wilders of the Netherlands, he was indicted. He was charged, but then they couldn't prove that he did this, he did that. So they tried with that guy. It doesn't mean they will not try again. They will. Do you imagine how clean those guys have to be in order for these guys to catch Trump with what? A technicality? Like, for instance, remember when they tried to bring Stormy Waters, that he didn't pay this, he paid that, Is that how you're going to ban him from running? That's all you got? I mean, if he's remember Al Capone. He got charged and convicted for what? For tax evasion, which Mr. Hunter Biden right now faces, I think, 9 charges with tax evasion, about $14 million, or $1.4 million or something, or no, $14 million, I think it is. Some 14 million, 1-4. You catch them with this, it's just a slap over the wrist. Now, let's analyze this. In authoritarian regimes, thuggish regimes like communists, dictators, criminals, they would eliminate opposition in a thuggish way. They will just shoot the person. You're just going in the middle of the night, grabbing from home, and you will never hear from this guy. That was the basic of the cave human being that we are at our instincts. Then the next one would be bring him in front of a judge, and then you obviously you torture the guy, and the guy is going to confess in front of your judge, televised, his crimes, and then he will be shot. That was the Soviet Union and some China things in the past. And I know, don't get upset with me, my Chinese friends. I know you've never done anything wrong. I know that. I've been told that. Okay. Now, above that is something else. You catch them with this, or you threaten them. You go and threaten them. That is a blackmail. If you do this, I got this on you. Or even if you don't have anything, you just, that's above of all this. Right? You go and threaten them. Oh, I'm going to take care of your family. I know where your daughter goes to school. Or I know this, or I know that. Or your mom, your dad, something like that. This is how it's done in mafia countries. And then obviously you get the one when they are trying to bar you on a technicality. Like right now. And this is the free world. Why? Because everything else they already called in the past as being thuggish, authoritarian, tyrants. So if they would be the exact thing, they would have to work a little bit harder through their mass media. That's all. But here, they do it like this. We have the mass media, so the mass media will make things appear they want them to appear. We can denigrate whomever we want, however we want. And we have a population that is educated. Why? Because they got a diploma on the wall, and that means they're educated. But to get a diploma, you need a pencil, and you have to show up in class. That's all, mostly. So these educated people, they're told they're educated. Remember, the U.S. society is 1/3 of the adult population has a college degree. Now, how many people are on their level? About, I think, 10%. So you got 10% and you got 30%. 10% works at the higher education level. The rest do some other jobs that are not at their level, but they're educated. That's okay. That's good. So if you have the media, you can spin the truth and interpretation of reality. Therefore, the people that will read the media will read about Trump, will read about ADF, will read about Wilder, will read about I said Le Pen, Trump, Le Pen, Wilder, and AfD, Alternative for Germany, for Deutschland. And that's how they do it. And then when they will find them guilty of something, the population is already tenderized. You know how you massage them, you tenderize it, or you got a piece of meat and you just pam, 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 turn to the other side, pam, pam, pam. You're already ready to be put on the grill and obviously take care of it. So they have a different method. I see a pattern here. I'm waiting for these guys to get crazy in Hungary too, but in Hungary the bad dude is in power, right? But what I read about Poland, the new people in power, what's his name? Donald Tusk, and his Brussels paid organization, well, they call it political party, and others. They want to start investigating the previous administration, which the biggest party is on the far right. Remember, the far right, they won the elections. They got the most votes. The problem is they couldn't form the government because they didn't have 51% with their alliance. Therefore, Tusk forms his alliance. And he's going to have over 51%. Therefore, he's going to create the government with the garbage parties. And they will go after the competition. How? They will get the media, and not only. Or maybe they're going to turn thuggish. Now, I don't know if Marine Le Pen committed anything or not. And I'm all for fighting things, finding out. But that's not what I want. This is what I want. Let's see what they say. Because they can, remember, it is, if I go to this one, these guys are a little bit more accurate when they say alleged. All right? So that's alleged. So some people say this, and we're going to investigate. So, Paris, French far right, that's already bad. For some, good for others. Leader Marine Le Pen will stand trial alongside 27 other over alleged misuse of EU funds, the Paris prosecutor's office said on Friday, confirming French media reports charges that Le Pen's party said it contested. The total of 28 defendants will be brought to court, including Le Pen and her father, Jean Marin. The official said, I mean, that guy is the dead guy. I don't know how much you know about her father, but I listened to him sometime. If you want to learn something, listen to that guy as well. An initial pre-trial hearing scheduled for March 27 next year will be followed by more in-depth hearing during October-November. The investigations opened in 2006. They contested. All right, let's see here at the head of and let's go back to this article here. Maybe these guys are telling us about Le Pen could be barred. So faces possible ban for running for president after she was charged over a fake EU jobs scandal. Miss Le Pen will stand trial alongside her father in autumn next year, with the National Rally Party, former the Front National, FN, also standing accused of a legal entity. They are charged with having participated in a system of misappropriation of public funds, European public funds, between 2004 and 2016. Ms. Le Pen faces a potential 10-year jail sentence, a €1 million fine, and as an elected official, ineligibility to hold public office for 10 years. By the time there, she's dead. The prosecutor's office said, a National Rally spokesperson said, we formally contest the accusations made against our MEPs and parliamentary assistants, adding that Ms. Le Pen has not committed any offense of irregularity. It doesn't have to. The media will tell us otherwise. And by that time, they will make sure that they will find a little stipulation in a certain obscure law somewhere saying if you are under this kind of investigation, a particular kind of investigation, you cannot you cannot run for office. And she's eliminated. Alternative for Deutschland will be the same. An idiot will do something and say that is representative of the whole party. It's like you have a Christian doing something stupid, or I don't know, a guy that follows Judaism. That means everybody is like that. Well, Christianity has a little bit of a history, but hey, we don't talk about that one. So expect that. Expect all these guys that are far right. You see, it happens only to the guys on the far right that are somehow will possibly be barred from running for whatever office. No one on the left. None. Because they are good people. They are good people. And the other ones must be bad. Trump, far right, isn't he? You bet your ass he is. Marine Le Pen, without saying. Wilders, we're waiting for him. Right? And the other ones, the AfD, goes without saying. They're this close to Adolf, right? Right. So this is how in a free world you eliminate your competition legally. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.